Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and they play some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Special teams being special on the opening kick. You work in meetings all week, and we might have a chance to bust one. First kick takes it, busts it through, uses the speed, takes it all the way back to the house. What a start.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back on a linebacker, I win, but this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Touch pass on the run. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this boot game if I were allowed to know that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go to work for the first time today. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground. And they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Looking to pass. It's McNeil. Got his man on the outside. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The DBs will back off a bit. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I'll tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And now the offense will come onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the...
What a snag by the defense. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The offense starts with a short field. Dropping back, it's McNeil. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And he was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from it.
And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Quick pass on the jet motion. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Unloads quickly.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Back to throw, it's McNeil. Works the middle of the field. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. Defense not showing press coverage. The inside handoff. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Parker. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. quick touch pass to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 40. Just trucks through it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got a lot of running room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. You know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They knock him down right there. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Looking to throw, it's McNeil. They're setting up the screen, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half. They'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Hit as he throws. Ball in the air, intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Brings up second down.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Snagged in the middle. It's Cummings. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now the play fake. Coming after it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. The final gut punch. Touchdown on the short run. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking in front.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's McNeil. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup. The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Going with the counter play here. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The give to the back. Oh, what a move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Touchdown, Husker! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 13 over Virginia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Running, just steamrolling his way through. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Line getting set on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. To the 10. The expressway is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. With jet sweep pass. And into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.